Picture this for a moment. A crowded betting hall in Hong Kong, noise everywhere, people shouting numbers, tickets dropping to the floor, eyes glued to the screens as horses take their positions at the starting gate. Everyone is nervous, anxious, hoping their guess pays off. Except for one man. He's calm, quiet, almost invisible. While the entire room looks stressed, he stands there like someone already knows the result. And the strange part is, he does. Not because of magic, not because of luck, but because he spent years building a machine that could see the outcome long before the horses even started running. His name is Bill Benter, and he's the man who solved gambling. But his story doesn't start with money, fame, or genius-level confidence. It starts with a shy physics student who didn't quite fit in anywhere except behind a computer screen. From nobody to a name no one could ignore. Bill wasn't the kind of guy people invited to parties. He wasn't athletic. He wasn't popular. He didn't care about fashion, cars, or social life. What he did care about were patterns, equations, problems that seemed impossible at first glance. And one day, while reading a book on probability, Bill discovered something that hit him like lightning. Blackjack wasn't a game of luck. It was a game of math. So he moved to Las Vegas, not to gamble like everyone else, but to test probability like a scientist. He counted cards with absolute precision. Within a few years, he started earning more than professional gamblers. But every casino eventually noticed the quiet guy who kept winning and banned him from entering. One by one, every door closed. And that's when he met the man who changed his life, Alan Woods, a legendary gambler who believed math could beat horse racing too. Their partnership didn't just work. It launched the greatest experiment in gambling history. Hong Kong, the perfect laboratory. If you wanted to test a system on horse racing, Hong Kong was the best place on earth. It had massive betting pools, detailed data on every horse, and races that were almost perfectly structured. Most gamblers saw chaos. Bill saw variables, track condition, jockey weight, horse age, weather, competition level, past injuries, speed ratings, race pace, lane position. Where others saw noise, Bill saw opportunity. He and Woods built early mathematical models that could predict outcomes better than the average bettor. But when money and ego got involved, their partnership fell apart. Woods wanted fast results. Bill wanted accuracy and stability. So Bill started building something on his own, something bigger. The model that changed everything. By 1988, Bill had invested years into building a formula that could beat the odds. His system included more than 100 variables and ran thousands of simulations. It analyzed races faster than any human could think. But even with all this intelligence, he didn't win instantly. For months, he struggled to break even. He had days where he lost more money than he had ever held in his hands. Most people would have quit. Bill didn't. He refined the model, cleaned the data, studied patterns that no one had ever noticed before. And slowly, the numbers began to lean in his favor. Small wins turned into stable income. Stable income turned into major profits. And before long, he was earning so much that the betting pools themselves started to shift because of his wagers. By the early 1990s, Bill Benter wasn't just winning. He was reshaping Hong Kong racing. He had a team running across the city, placing hundreds of small bets, so no one could detect the massive patterns behind them. He hired statisticians, programmers, and data runners. Everything was precise, organized, scientific. But Bill wasn't satisfied. He wanted to crack the ultimate prize. The triple trio, an impossible puzzle. In Hong Kong, there's one bet called the triple trio. To win it, you need to pick the top 3 finishers in 3 races in a row. 9 horses, 3 races, exact order. Most people treat it like a lottery. The odds are insane. The jackpot can grow for months. Bill's model tried for years to solve it and failed. every time. There were simply too many combinations, too many unpredictable factors. Even with Bill's advanced stats, the uncertainty was too high. But in 2001, something changed. His latest neural network started identifying patterns across multiple races. Fatigue levels, jockey behavior in consecutive rides, how early pace in the first race affected late pace in the third. Suddenly, the chaos wasn't chaotic anymore. It was structured. For the first time ever, the model told Bill something shocking. The triple trio was beatable. The day he cracked the game, March 18th, 2001. The jackpot had rolled over and reached an amount no one had ever seen before. Bill and his team spent hours feeding data into the system. Instead of betting randomly, they constructed thousands of ticket combinations that covered the most probable outcomes. And then the races started. Race 1 finished. The first 3 horses matched the model. Race 2 finished. Again, a perfect hit. Race 3 ended. The last 3 horses crossed the line. Bill's model hit the exact sequence. He had just solved the biggest puzzle in horse racing. And the payout? 118 million Hong Kong dollars. One of the largest wins in the history of the sport. Everyone expected him to celebrate. Instead, he did something that shocked the world. Why? He threw away the win. When reporters later asked him why he didn't collect the massive jackpot, Bill gave a calm answer. If I took the prize, the system would collapse. If he claimed the jackpot, officials would investigate which accounts placed the combinations, how the bets were arranged, and when the money was placed. They would trace everything, and once they did, they would change the rules, close the loopholes, shut down the edge he had spent 20 years creating. Winning the jackpot meant ending the game forever. So Bill walked away from the biggest win of his life to protect the system that fed him millions every year. And that was the moment people understood something deep about him. Bill wasn't playing for greed. He was playing for mastery. The man who solved it and walked away. A few years later, Bill retired quietly. No interviews, no secrets revealed, no how-to-get-rich courses. He donated hundreds of millions to charities, hospitals, and universities. He helped rebuild communities. He supported research. He became a ghost again, the same quiet man he was in the beginning. But his legacy stayed behind. Bill proved something the world never believed. Gambling can be solved if you're patient enough to understand the patterns. He cracked the code not once, not twice, but thousands of times. He beat the most unpredictable game on earth using nothing but math, discipline, and the courage to walk away when he reached the peak. Most gamblers chase the big win. Bill Benter solved the entire system and left before anyone even realized what happened. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos on YouTube.